These last years, we have seen a pretty clear trend in regards to movement in video games. But there is one game in particular that takes this concept to the next level: Naraka Bladepoint. Being a melee combat oriented game, the grapple is not only used for movement, but is directly tied to the combat system. Hey everyone, I'm Eraldos, and in this video I will show you the depth and possibilities of Naraka's Grapple System and why it's such a cool mechanic. We'll start with the essentials and continue with some advanced techniques to help you overcome all the challenges awaiting for you in Naraka. I will also show you the fastest way to move in this game. It originates from a grapple, but it's probably not what you expect. Grappling is one of the fastest way to move in Naraka. At the cost of one pull, you can aggressively pull yourself to the place of your choice. The first trick you will want to learn is going to be to keep the momentum given by your grapple by doing a left click attack when reaching the end of it. Pretty basic, right? And if you do it when getting close to a tree or a ledge, it will literally make you fly. As long as you have enough grapples, you can stay in the air as long as you want and even gain a bit of height by doing this. Grapple, attack from it, double jump back, grapple again, and repeat. To have more control over your grapple, we need to tweak some settings. The switch mode will make it so you can open the grapple interface to check your surroundings easier. And the auto aim, manual aim will allow you to choose with left or right click if you want to auto aim on an enemy or grapple on the surrounding terrain. These settings will allow you to chase someone without this happening. To enhance your grapple utility, you can choose the grapple talents. This page is a standard one and allows for 33% more grapple range and 50% more grapple speed. These bonuses will help you a lot when trying to get away from someone or chase an enemy. It will also help you preserve your grappling hook stock. Oh, by the way, the grapple speed only applies to when your grapple is leaving your hand and going to its destination. And remember, grappling after a jump is always faster than doing it from the ground. You should always keep an eye out for your grappling hook stock because you will also need it for your offense. One way to engage a fight with an enemy is by utilizing your precious grapples. The hook in itself can stagger an enemy, giving you some free attacks if you're close enough. And the great thing about this grapple attack is that it's very flexible. You can cancel it at any point with a jump, a crouch, or a parry. This makes it a low commitment attack where you can react to the situation very late and bait some response from your opponent. By now, you should understand that you do not want to get staggered by an enemy grapple, so it's time to defend yourself. By attacking, shooting, holding blue, or healing yourself, you are protected from the grapple stagger. This is one of the reasons you need to hold blue while moving, especially if you're expecting a grapple. Shooting is one of the best ways to counter grapples. You will not get staggered by it. You will get some free damage, and you could even get a stagger if you charge your shot with a bow or get a headshot with it. The most important way of protecting yourself or others is by counter grappling. When immune from the grapple stagger, you're able to jump and use your own grapple to stop your enemy from coming in. Before we get to the more advanced stuff, please drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content so far. This helps me a lot increase the quality of the videos on the channel. If you're scared of getting shot while using your grapple, you can try to do it by running sideways from the ground. It's slower, sure, but you're a lot harder to hit. But the best way to stay safe is by cancelling your grapple right after it hits with a well-timed jump. It's very useful to stay in the air and keep on grappling, so your enemies can fight down there and forget about you. If you get the stagger and cancel with a jump, you can get a guaranteed shot before your enemy can move. If you have trouble getting the jump timing consistent, you can try to spam your jump button. This is what I do sometimes. It's not working 100% of the time, but it's still a good way to get it under pressure. As a very situational, aggressive tool, if you don't get the stagger with your grapple, you can aim to get one hit from your weapon grapple attack jump cancel it, and start a full combo with every weapon. Grapples are also used in a lot of combos, as it gives you opportunities for longer and more damaging combos. This is a complete other topic in itself, but you can have grapple combos ranging from easy and efficient to very hard, long and devastating. Okay, we've seen so far that with grapples you have a lot of ways to put pressure on your enemy, but what if I told you that you have even better options while defending? By mixing together everything we saw so far, we can create some great defensive actions. My favorite one being bait to grapple, immune, jump counter grapple, and shoot. And if you really need to run away, you can just replace the shoot at the end of the sequence with your own grapple away from the enemy. There is a way to make your grapple movement very confusing for everyone. If you grapple a ledge from under it, you can gain insane height and actually go in the opposite direction. And I didn't lie to you earlier when I said that there is an even quicker way to move around the map for every character, but it's situational. The tech is called aerial speed accumulation, and is one of the only ways to keep accelerating indefinitely if conditions are met. First, you need to get height and a good angle with your grapple. Then, you just have to hold left click and enjoy the ride. Knowing most of the techniques surrounding the grapple in Naraka, you are now free to combine it with every other movement aspect in the game. I really recommend pairing your grapples with scale rushing from a wall or a ledge. This will increase your movement efficiency by a lot. This has been almost everything we found so far around the grapples in Naraka, but we are still discovering more every month. Now that you have seen most mechanics and gameplay elements around the grapple in Naraka, what do you think about it? Is there any game out there with a more complete grapple system? And if you want to become a sharpshooter in Naraka, I really recommend you watch this video up here.